y'all. I'm Margot Evans.
And I'm Rochelle Truby.
And I'm your girl, Edwonda White. And we are three Black girls talking. On Three Black Girls Talking, it's just three of us. It's three friends that have been friends forever. And we just sit around, we miss each other. So we sit around and we talk about crazy stuff. Today, we're going to be talking about predators, male predators. How many of you guys have been out with a guy and you thought he was nice or whatever? And you maybe went back to his apartment thinking, maybe you'll mess around or something like that. And then he tried to take advantage of you. Like some women have found themselves in that situation. And today we're going to be talking about not only that, but like Ron Jeremy, he got into some trouble with really manipulating and attacking and assaulting and doing some things he shouldn't have been doing. And he was in the adult industry already, and you would think, oh well, how's he gonna do anything to them? Well, you know what, just because they're in that industry doesn't mean that they want to be involved in him with him. Okay, so that's wrong either way it goes, but he thought he could probably get away with it. So I'm gonna talk to Rochelle because Rochelle's the one who brought this up to us, and we were talking about this, how crazy it is. Rochelle, tell us what really kind of went on, because we really don't know. You know more about it than us.
Okay, so I was laying in bed this morning, and my husband, he always likes to watch things on YouTube. So he watches this man, I forgot his name, but this man, he has like certain little interviews with people, and he talks about little, kind of like what we're doing about things that are going on. So he started talking about Ron Jeremy. So my husband was like, Rochelle, you know who Ron Jeremy is? I'm like, no. Who is Ron Jeremy? He said, you know, the porn star. I'm like, no. So then his picture flashed on TV, and I said, oh yeah, I know who he is, because he's an older white man. He's been in the porn business for a long time. So he's like, oh my God, he's going to go to jail for molesting these women. So I guess he's been molesting women since the 96, 98, and so now all these women are coming up. I mean, he's done things that I don't even want to mention on the media, to these women, and so he's in jail right now. And so they say he might get 300 years. So, 300 years, because it's bad. I mean, he has done some really horrible things. And so the man that was doing the commentating for the show, he was like, now you would think that this man gets all the free stuff that he wants. And you know what I mean by
right, I do.
He gets all the free stuff. That's his job. That's his thing. You would think that he wouldn't be that way, but maybe maybe it's an illness for him. You just don't never know. These people are sick. They have illnesses. So maybe it's that. But I just thought it was just crazy how, like, when you think about that, how, you wouldn't think he would do that, but I guess he did it to these women, and they're starting to come out, like that Me Too movement. So he's going to do some time. He is going to do some time. And he might as well figure out he's probably going to be in jail the rest of his life, because 300 years, that's a long time.
Yeah, and it took him a long time. It took him a long time to come out about it, because they probably were afraid. They're already in that industry.
Right.
They figured, nobody would believe them, or how women always feel like, well, I'm already in this industry, I'm just not gonna say anything. And that is so wrong, So Margot, what do you feel about people who manipulate women? Like maybe even young girls. Maybe you're 18 years old, but you're a little naive and you trust guys or something, or your boss is trying to pressure you, like, you want a promotion, don't you? And this and that and the other. They're not saying it straight out, but they're really insinuating that you might lose your job, or if you need to get advancement and stuff. And there's been so many cases like that. What do you say to women, or what do you think about men that do that, Margot?
Well, first I want to say to women, if you ever feel uncomfortable in a situation, know that you have a voice, and know that you can go and tell anybody. Anybody, you can go tell the authorities, you can tell your friend, tell somebody that you're in this situation. Don't feel ashamed. It's not something to be ashamed about. The person who's doing it is actually the one that needs to be ashamed, not you, because you're in that situation. So, and I think it's so disgusting that men and women put themselves in these positions where they are manipulating people to get sex or whatever it is. From people, and that's not fair. It's disgusting to me, because sex is sex. I mean, I don't understand why anybody would want to, say, oh, if you do this to me, I'll give you more money on your paycheck, or if you do this to me, I'll give you this role. And why does it have to be that way? I mean, I know there's good and bad, but it's just like, why do people use sex to try to manipulate people out of something? And people accept it, like they actually do it because they feel like there's no way out. I'm an actress, so I'm gonna go ahead and sleep with the producer so that I can get more gigs or whatever it is. I'm a comedian, so I'm gonna go sleep with the promoter so that I can get more gigs. But that shit runs out. It runs out. It's only so many times that they're gonna allow you to keep doing this, and then you're gonna just be the throwaway, and then somebody new is gonna come in, and then they're gonna be doing the same thing to them. So I mean, I can't speak to the mind of the manipulator. I can only speak to the mind of the person that's being manipulated, and letting women and men know that you don't have to be in that situation. There are other avenues, other ways that you can get to the point where you need to get, and being manipulated sexually by anybody is just not the ticket. That's not what you need to do. You can get where you need to go and not have to deal with stuff like that. So, and Wanda, what do you think?
Well, I'm gonna respond to what you and Rochelle said. First of all, I'm gonna do yours first, Margot. I agree with you in terms of that you should tell someone. But also women, I do understand. Sometimes you have to make decisions on your feet. Sometimes you have to pick your battles and stuff like that, because, as women, we always deal with guys that are a little touchy-feely, or they say some off-color comment or something, and we might just be like, laugh it off or push them off, like, boy, please, you don't know what to do with this. Go on somewhere, and then they'll just leave us alone. You don't have to be like, as soon as somebody say, how you doing? Excuse me, I got a man. It's like, oh, excuse me, I wasn't trying to holler at you. I was really, sometimes we could be over the top too. Sometimes when, because we're just tired of it sometimes, So, but also with yours, I want to also say that it's wrong for people in these positions to do that. But why do they do that? They do it because it's about power. It's not always about sex. It's about being able to have ultimate control over the person. And when you give up your full body, that's like full control over a person. And so, and that's why they like doing that. And to me, it's just wrong. And for him to be an adult porn star or whatever, and being in that industry, having access to some of the most beautiful or sexy, I guess, sexual beings out there, and for him to have this type of thing, I agree with Shelley that it must be a sickness. Because we always want what we can't have.
Exactly.
So some of these girls might have been, oh, this is my job and I'm gonna do this, but then he said, hey, so what's up? You want to get with me? And they're like, no, right? Not if you ain't paying me. This is my job. Oh, well, you just did it over here. No, but I wouldn't sleep with you if they weren't paying me these whatever thousand or whatever. I don't even think they get paid $1,000, to be honest, but whatever they get paid. And so they probably like, if they weren't paying me, I still wouldn't be on here acting like it's really like, oh my God, it's so great or whatever. No, okay, you wouldn't have a chance. And so in his mind, he probably like, okay, well, I'm gonna get it anyway. When we look at things like that, and we talk about these situations where men are in a situation where we're not going to even mention who the person is, but someone may put something in your drink, and take liberties as well. Some people might say, well, that's not really rape if you don't know what happened. It is rape. Rape or harassment comes from an unwanted altercation. If you just grab me and kiss me, I'm married. I don't want you to kiss me. Oh, it was just a kiss. First of all, I don't want you kissing me. That's harassment. First of all, don't objectify me at the job. You sure looking good. Okay, one thing. Hey, Rochelle, you look pretty today. Thank you. Hey, Margot, looking good. Thank you. Don't be like,
yeah, exactly.
What I do with that and all that. Now you asking for trouble because now you're wrong. So
Right.
don't manipulate me because you're my boss.
Right.
Don't manipulate you because you're a man at the job and I'm afraid to say something. Well, women are always having a problem here. And so we don't keep women long on this job because they're always that. So what? You ain't going to keep this one on the job if you try to come up here and grab my booty.
Right.
I bet you that much. We going to be in HR every day. You ain't grabbing on my booty and you ain't going to be talking to me all crazy talking about something. No.
Right.
You ain't doing it, and you're gonna fire another one.
Right.
Okay. So women need to step up before the situation, but sometimes you also have to understand, Margot and Rochelle, sometimes these women can't. Sometimes they go in there, they think they're going to be an actress, and just like Harvey Weinstein and the rest of these guys, they tell them, hey, you're going to be a star. Oh, I got to run to my hotel room. Just come over there with me, and then we could take a look at the script. And next thing you know, you turn around, and you know what I'm saying? And he just butt naked. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, oh,
right.
What happened here? And you're not expecting that.
Right.
What are you going to do then? Like, uh-oh, do I run? Do I this? Okay, it's about to go down. He's stronger than me. He's a man. I'm caught.
Right.
And then after it happens, you're like, okay, do I just take these movie roles because he already got what he gonna get, or do I become a whistleblower and still get attacked and then not get the money? So some of them say, you know what, he did that. Yeah, he did that, but I'm gonna get my money. And a lot of them wrote articles about it, and that's sad because they just had to take it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Rochelle for her final words. Ladies, you do have strong strength. Ladies, you are powerful. Ladies, now that we have the Me Too and different people are speaking up, and it's not about how a woman looks. Somebody tried to somebody made me so mad by saying something about the lady that created the Black Lives Matter or whatever. They try to say, well, she ain't all that attractive. Who would want to rape her? It don't got nothing to do with what you look like. You are so stupid.
Right.
And somebody said, who would want to do that? And that's the same thing they said about this other situation where somebody put something in somebody's drink. They were like, well, look at her. Why would he want to do that? First of all, it ain't got nothing to do with what she looks like.
Right.
It's about manipulation. It's about power. And wanting to control that person at that time and make them a puppet.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So don't tell me about you know what I'm saying? Just whatever. That makes me mad. People be like, well, she ain't even all that. Why would somebody want to sexually harass her? You don't know what somebody want to sexually harass. You don't know what fetish somebody has. Somebody can have one arm and one nostril, and somebody still is going to try to holler. So don't give me that.
Exactly.
So Rochelle, final words on women, final words on men who manipulate and what they should do. Go.
Okay, so we have to teach our daughters not to leave their drinks sitting when they're because my family told me that don't leave your drinks sitting around and get up and go to the bathroom and come back because somebody could put a rape drug in your drink. When you go somewhere, make sure you go in twos because don't go anywhere by yourself at night, hanging out at night. Mm-hmm. When you're walking to your car, your keys can become a weapon. So make sure you got your keys in your hand and one of your keys pointing out so that if you have to hurt somebody or something, or you got pepper spray or something, you can spray this person. So it's really sad that women have to be strong enough to defend themselves, but we do. Who else is going to help us? So us women, we're strong, we're smart, we're beautiful, and we just need to make sure that if anybody tries to step over that line, that we speak up because your voice is actually your weapon. What do you think about that, Margot? What are your final thoughts on it?
Yeah, my final thoughts is same as yours, and same thing like Edwonda said, is that I know when we're in these situations as women, I've been in that situation before, and I just moved in the situation and had to assess it after the situation happened, because you do find yourself stuck. You find yourself what is really going on? And I was in the moment and I just went along with it just to get out of the situation, and that happened.
Right. Right.
When that
Right.
happens, you know, once you're out of the situation, then you need to assess the situation, and then you need to talk to somebody about it. It's not it's something that's not instant. It's not something that you're going to go home and call your friend or speak to your mom or whoever about it, but you gotta have time to think about, you know, what happened and assess it. And then once you get your bearings about what's going on, then you need to speak to somebody about it and see how you can get out of that situation, because you don't have to be in that situation.
Exactly.
You know, it may be, you know, that it could be you are an actress or a comedian, and you know, you find yourself in that situation and it's like a big time person and you're like, oh my God, I've been waiting all this time to like get in front of this guy, and you know, he did this to me, but I can get an opportunity to do this. But do you want this so bad? That's like the devil with the apple. Like, do you really want that apple so bad that when you bite it, your whole world is hell? Like, everything is gonna be hell. Once you take that apple from that serpent, everything is gonna be hell. So the apple may look good, red and delicious, but what do you have to endure for the rest of your life? Like, you have to really think about what it is. If that's what you want to endure, continue being manipulated, then that's the door you choose. And if you choose that door, you still can get out of it. You know, if you decide to choose that door, you still have the opportunity to get out of that situation. Once you know, your vision is clear and you want to figure out some stuff, you still can get out of that situation. So what do you think, Edwonda?
I feel like I don't have a problem with consensual situations,
right?
Where if you know, meet some guy, he's a comedian, he's a bigger comedian than you, and you're dating him, and he's helping you and benefiting you, or your manager or whatever. That's different than someone propositioning you or saying you cannot be on my tour unless you sleep with me. You cannot work here. You cannot do this comedy club unless you sleep with me, or whatever. That's different than liking somebody who's in comedy who can help you. That's a different situation.
Right.
So anyway, but women in general, I want to say, just be careful. Be aware. Don't be naive. There's no such thing as, oh, he's so nice. You don't know if he's nice or not.
Exactly.
Because there are good guys out there. There are some guys that are gentlemen and all that. But always, as a woman, know that you're at a disadvantage, because the men, you know, most of them are stronger. Even if they're a small frame guy, they're pretty strong and could pretty much force themselves on you if the opportunity presented themselves. So don't go to, oh, I want you to come to my hotel room at 2:00 in the morning. You know, can you, hey, won't you come and make me dinner? No, let's go out somewhere. Let me get to know you first. You know what I'm saying? Don't just meet somebody on Tinder and then go to their house. No, invite them into your house, because you don't know what you're doing. Because now, you know, when, like Rochelle said and like Margot said, groups help you out. You know, you're with another girl. You know, it's gonna be a hard time to try to get me, Margot, and Rochelle. It's like, oh no, it ain't going down. The pump's gonna be flying and everything.
You muted. You're muted. Hold on. There you go.
My cord, I'm sorry, but it's not going down. Thank you. My plug, I got excited. My plug fell off.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, if somebody try to, you know, get us, and it's all three, oh, it's lights out for them. Unless they have a weapon, it ain't going down. You know what I'm saying? But as a woman alone, you can't just be trusting. Then that means everybody. That means your friend's father. That means your friend's stepfather. That means your friend's brother. That means people. You don't know who's looking at you. You don't know what they plotting and planning. Do not put yourself in a situation where you're in a vulnerable situation. I'm not saying don't talk to guys and all that, but be in public places and get to know the person and let them earn that trust and everything. Let them know that you're classy and a lady or whatever. And don't put yourself in those situations, because once you are in that situation and
it's
it
hard
happens,
to get out.
It's hard to get out.
Exactly.
There's nothing that you could do after except for cry and decide if you go on press charges. And that's the sad part about it. And the thing about it is that they know that. And a long time ago, it used to be that they would victimize the woman and always say, well, what did she have on? Did she have on a mini skirt, or she was asking for it? Remember them days, you know?
Yeah.
She was asking, oh, she had on a crop top and she didn't have on a bra. What that got to do with it? If I
Right,
want
right.
naked, you still ain't supposed to touch me.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I might be supposed to get arrested because of indecent exposure, but you ain't supposed to touch me. I don't care if I'm standing here. That's not yours to touch. And I don't care if I had on a mini skirt, or I don't care if I had on tight jeans, a crop top with no bra, whatever. That's not yours.
Right.
Exactly.
So men, I want to say, be more respectful to women. No means no. And respect that no. Don't think, oh, she's saying no, but she really mean it. Yes. No.
No, it's no.
No is no. And if she says no, stop.
Right.
And young men, you know, be careful with that and respect the lady and do not push forward, because if it is, it's assault. If it is, it's rape. If it is not consensual and she does not want you to do that, it's a crime.
Right.
So we're going to go, and if y'all got something else to say, we can say that. Y'all got something else to say, Margot?
I'm done.
I'm done. And Ron Jeremy and whoever else, Harvey Weinstein or whoever else, I ain't gonna mention whoever else that has been in the news with regards to this. You know, I can't understand, you know, why they do what they do, but I really hope that they get the help that they need, so that no one else has to fall victim to whatever they're crazy, sick, and, you know, I don't know, however they're thinking in their mind. And I just hope that a lot of women are strengthened by what we're talking about, and that they will be more careful and be aware and look for the signs, so that they don't find themselves in that situation. So you guys, we are 3 Black Girls Talking, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
3 Black Girls Talking.